kakrabi on the Minua Hussein or Canon. It's good, sir, or more embark on this project, no more to the district, no, said the ongoing projects, any stored projects, and a home cano, Ombetima Shena, Ometimi Edimuduma. What I would say is it shouldn't be a one-off thing. Say be a master somewhere embark on this journey, no. You be ana musa mate akoda, and it shouldn't also be for the optics alone. Say yeah, the neighbor near Kanwasem. Well, akokwa regurgitating problems are easy to do, but solving the problems are the real things that we must all turn our attentions to.
Right.
So we will encourage the regional minister to ensure say adwumadi edi ahye nensano obetimi edina santemine abasom faso de ama yina irrespective of the political divide take to NPP say me PS na menua Hussein ye NDC no asantemine punto ne Ghana punto enentina abrebia sorry betra ha yedi Ghana hon komo. So we wish them well and pray that they are able to execute all their policies and programs obetima Abuana alleviate the plight of the people. Eyanko Akwatia. Unim Akwatia is the subset of the bigger problem that the NPP is experiencing, and answer is engulfed with. The Etienne said, Akukwa, NPP as a political party, they need to sit down and come to the realization, say, the party went into an election. And elections in a party in the corner, party in a suffer a colossal and a humiliating defeat. Unprecedented the BNC that. And there must be a sober reflection on what transpired at the polls. Also, Motanasi. No more face reality. So be say NC
right.
Oh, your politics and as your manual some about Kosemum no Sani money a bin see that and the kwa also motras and say a quan ben ye befaso as a manuku near to mato ye nearma not faith na a be follow ye no a be to ye beam, but they are not doing things the way that they are supposed. Omunya niama kwan also omuya so ana omunya omadwene so omu accept say even 2024 abanu omu hwe anko also mutase na ko omu hye omu ne omu tutu niama but what they are interested in now and so umbe rene 2028 elections what they are interested in now so umbe elect a flag bearer before going through the ranks and file of the party to ensure say oma elect and also more put into place the structures of the party akokwa we must be blunt to the MPP. MPP as it is today. Any leadership, there is no leadership within the MPP.
Right.
There is no head within the MPP as it stands now. A head that obetimi ama direction. Obetimi atre baby a party ni yense ne yemfanko. Saa de ne bi ni hobiem. Enti obia sori ade opebia no ye. Obia sorry the opebia no ye. It seems there is a power struggle at the helm of affairs.
Yeah.
Obia person or position be obi person maintaining position be. And niama omu ye ni nyina for the optics, not for the general good of the party.
Sure.
Hame because there are fine brains within the MPP that are even a party ba opportunity crampo manya bi. But it presupposes to me say party no baby abeduru no I say a reward as for those who are having a financial muscle to flex no omunkwa na twem krofuko bi ben omu irrespective of say omu good materials and also omu good materials oka say bi omunkwa akwatia there was no plan.
Yeah.
And failing to plan is planning to fail.
Yeah.
And how can a whole party like the elephant party not was sorry so or call elections without a plan? Even the mushroom political parties now are forming a nimpono or make election without a kind of agenda.
Independent candidates in.
So what you say? So MPP must face the reality.
Yeah.
And ensure say omu betimi atenase no ma reprimand wona omu play a role ama party no be mpempenso ko so mo de party ni duru no anti me nduru no because no party ni yeye na omunya akwanya no mo ba ba mu a enhyehyeye ne ne mo de be ba oman no ebo oman ni nyina. But look at the candidate MPP choose here no. I'm not saying that to disrespect Solomon, but it seems that the guy was not even prepared for the job. He was not cut for the job. Look at the messages that he was chanting out there. Pure and clear case of political amateur bi afen ye gurumu no onyam fifi is but still you person impose on the people. All because he's having the money, he's having the financial muscle, so you must throw him out there. Ni esi sikanya ye bibia enye abribia na sikanya bibia o ye mre a uhia obi a owo saa nimdia no obi a owo saa opepa no obi a odi sika kakra ko bonachi a obetime project saa nimdia no a owo na obetime dia abo ne party ne man. But look at the kind of messages the guy was sending around. Just who your own campo. You imposing the guy on the people. No? You should have even sat the guy down and try say, move it to me. I quote you no more training no.
Yentie no kakra. Before some more atwaso. Eye Solomon Asumedu. Yentie no kakra. And based on this particular one, Nana make us say, what actual message? And Nana Modiama na odenam.
Oh no. Ya dom kasiye ya odi ajame sami mbehwe Anes wahame evichahwe promises awudi ma onkrofo yi hwe bra se o ma onkrofo adiye hwe baby akokoye. Oh no. Just bia onim bia ni se e kamini bakasiye kakra. Just 2 weeks. And I swear they want me. What? Help me. Mama me pray. Mama me do make see some me. Okay. Nice.
Hello.
Right. I'm say be me picking the social media and be the tune be afifem, but these are the words.
Some of these things and a party and Ankasa leadership structure and Ankasa imposition of candidates and national executive structure are also neutral. I candidate to be to my party and support a particular candidate. And no bloom Aquatia. A replication of what they have been doing at the national level, no we say Aquatia. Unwo till today, I don't understand why they are not pushing Amasi that woman. Obia or a hairdresser. No rising to a member of parliament. Man for penasem near Unifresi a lawyer. If you are not lawyer, Nankupon fan currency ye anyhow, Anka Omunen and Trans because only baby a pattern baby. Then you go for somebody who is not matured enough politically to carry on the mantle. So with my a power diamomo. But it is also an indication, Akotia resource. The sovereign goodwill of John Dramani Mahama and the NDC. But and also so interest per the projections are Eugene Echreno about development na Akwatia for Ejina so dia talk about prior to the elections no na 42. Ye talk about exit poll na Musa Danko Adeba na say increase asage to 50. And the actually say, a baby a chum say ye beto aba, and as a by elections here near the Fidie Edia Cosi acquaintance, ye to a very no master Cosambre Necum. And it's a NDC, a pesa good one, or momentani, no pesa or momentani aquatia city na. They would have to ensure, say, Aquino or Masha Sieno, or Munko Ja Aquino, and Crawford or Mepequino Mujina to Abama NDC for. I know the machines basis Aquino say, or more Yaquino. Yam Bessa Yabette. Kuma wun samini biem sa ay 2 months 3 months no ya ni free so no o mayi infidie no edi free ho and akokwa the good works that you are doing was some money edi akiri said ya be ya o mu free ho anase o mu yesa o mu yesho di work bia ye betima ba ne bebo o machi no masa revert back akwan no. So the America question say NPP as a political party they should sit down.
Right.
They should do a sober reflection. The defeat that they suffered in 2024 was colossal. They must look at areas we all know the economy that they ran Ghana's economy aground. And there was no way that the people were going to give them the mandate.
Right.
We have good friends within the NPP. And they know we always told them the truth. Even though there are people that are so endearing to us, but also kind of create Dambo. they are done for still na even national executive structure no you have omukoto aba na they trying to project one candidate against the others. If there is no level playing ground within your rank and file, you go to the elections, you get a candidate, all right. But can who say oma wo ya agenda ni dia ti omunya omuso followers and the do so omunkoto aba omunkoto ma opponent crop omunto ma they will sit aside into apathy best and city in basa aso vote na turn out back from vote also nya unya. They are talking about turnout to Asante region or man pianko to ebi Asante region bioko ya anka vote nka be west because development no mo hwehwe no mo nsa anka ana lipa kitua bi na hijack bibia. And Justin Kodia from Paul is a fantastic gentleman that I admire so much. But baby, a party na bedroom, and he being the chief administrator of the party, no, he must put the party in order.
Right.
He runs the day-to-day administration of the party. He must ensure that leadership prevails at the top level. So many national chairman. NPP pass a political party. They have more from you. A bit of you as a regional chairman. Omuka. They are departing from there. NPP for the Bukulong party, a Nimdia for party. But and then Omu and your Buga for is Omudia a vice chairman. And this is for the Azoka for the question to Umko Shabia, Numko Cabona Buga Bugani Azoka. We say the party. And at the national level, you are having people of this nature leading the party at the national level. Strategic direction be my professor for the party. Apart from say they should incite people, just peddle falsehood. Say the bear party for no ebe pay asem near contest for elections or matter mai.
Ntiakwetiano now here chairman Sofo Azoka. And chairman Buga asem no.
Bugazo.
Okay.
And their actions are uncalled for, and it is condemnable, and we must condemn the both.
Bugazo should be looked into.
It should be looked into.
Okay.
Politics is not about buga. Politics is about message. Politics is about policies and programs tilting towards the plight of the people, alleviating the plight of the people. And politics it's all about. So I didn't know NPP. I didn't know this. I believe that we are having the policies and programs, given the opportunity that will serve this country better. But because we are not having a financial muscle, your politics no any your mano asasa kakra to the extent say omo sikano those who are having the fat pocket no more opportunity. But we know as time goes by no yeah conscientize a man for near orient no definitely there is going to be a change from this narrative.
Right.
So there be a better party or policies and programs will be to about on mine.
Yanko Sola ne quickly Sola and our Chief Justice there no.
In fact
former Chief Justice.
In fact
I can't 4 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Me try some major because time me nyasho say e be you bit when
when to me too no you can handle one.
Okay. Then let me go to the Chief Justice issue. Only on matters of principle.
Right.
I've always been against say yes subject to key and critical state institutions into political chess game.
Right.
I've always been against that. And Abra Omuyi say Omuyi Saloto say I vehemently criticize and oppose the decision to remove Saloto say.
Right.
But today, can I stand on the same principle because there have been a precedent?
Okay.
And now an unpopular precedent. Of course, we all sat aloof and allow such evil to thrive.
Sure.
And the same fate is what the Chief Justice is currently facing. But the difficult thing is that, and the most embarrassing thing is that, the judiciary is an organ of government. Even though Ghana practices an executive arm of government, but the judiciary being an organ, a critical organ of government, they are not paying themselves. They are doubling in political maneuvers. Okay, Professor Ramonda Tuguba, research bibai. I know okay say most of the judgments and decisions of the justices, tilts towards their political appointment. Amma kai satamu Chief Justice of Yakufu Oba Bontain or say the research work dangerous to our environment and can US and our but what is good for the goose is equally good for the gander.
Right.
The CEO US I didn't been to Minsia. Now Justice Dotemo Oba Bontain, it is an insulting to the bench, the justices. But how how political cases were being called and administered in this country, how on earth, as on mine, then we sit down. Near say your primary sort of identification, birth certificate cannot be used. Does that make sense? Even will a KG student sit down and make such a decision?
Your first point is identity.
Your first point, your primary sort of identification. Yes, a birth certificate. If you think that birth certificate, what do you have to do? We need to resource the birth and death. Say the Ghana for the proper and requisite sort of identification. And course, Chief Justice. Yes, you misbehavior, and sanity. Now, but do you know that it has corruption and corruption related matters? Because they say, the country make corruption. I was asking myself, Anka a Chief Justice Kununo, ene nebano, omutua akwaino, sanka mami of Justice Tokono, sanka onye Chief Justice, anka obetume ya pedia mama ni kununo nebano. Anko betimi, mebeso imano.
So onye Chief Justice. So he gives, the approval. We have the finance officer, the person who does the
but that is not the law.
Planning. But there's a law. Say Chief Justice need to kwanya. Utumi ni ubiko. And they pay them Chief Justice no. That pay them no. It just said nipaninya 50% of it.
So the law
has been the policy.
So
that the person who travels with the Chief Justice has half of that per diem.
Even what you are saying, conflict of interest will arise.
And so
the reason being that
is where people have problem. If it's any other person, probably a Bianca discussion, no. Maybe
but the Judicial Service Board and other members within the Judicial Council are there. That account to now or to Bianco or Fabi Edequa will be beneficial to that kind of.
So the arguments people were making is other than one fan the personal security no crowd body guys because the purpose of that policy was for security reasons. Say they shouldn't work alone. And uchi mame the press conference or mention say it is a privilege given to them, and it was stated say because of security reasons the Chief Justice should not travel alone. By her words on one press conference, and should go with into no has gone with someone. It doesn't breach any point. That was her defense.
So you're supposed not to go alone. You go with your husband, you go with your kid, and pay them per diem. Is that the norm?
Who goes with the Chief Justice should be paid.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying.
That's a policy.
That is where conflict of interest issues arise. Because even per what you are saying, the Chief Justice is mandated to travel with someone, and so that somebody can be either his or her security. Provided a sense of security. A Chief Justice. Apart from that, within on board, and within on area or seven. She could have also sent someone across. Now, Nimdia, any adventure or Konya, the better benefit the institution that she's running. But because of conflict of interest into or the Crawford, a ban and answer the Bushman for course, the won't benefit. What is wrong?
Okay.
I am wrong, and we need not to encourage some of these things.
Okay.
And even they're not a hammer parents on. I was thinking. Say, Anka Chief Justice, sir, near when you know what the born no, Anka obey sober, Nanka wire quiet, not all fight issues, no, but fighting at the law court. But one, I'll catch it. I said the law is the law. But as some you say, in camera, not the Chief Justice is parading the issues within the media space. And some like I say, I was behind, young franchise should be shrouded in secrecy, Now, presenting those issues outside there. And what are you trying to achieve?
Okay.
And the kind of commentary that as politicians we run around some of these issues, it is not the best. Because NDC better somebody friend say NPP better somebody to the extent that MP4 in April because which hunt against who? These are some of the things that we need not to be encouraging.
Robert Dambo, no.